Hello, everybody. I'm really sorry that I'm like 10 minutes late, but I have just been talking apparently into the ether for the last 10 minutes and telling everybody except nobody that I was here because me and technology are not the best. Can everyone see me now? I've got, yeah, I can see Laura, I can see Becky, I can see Ellen. Fantastic. Thank you all for joining. Welcome, you can see me now. So sorry this is late. This is one of those things, I had no idea what to do. I thought I'd pressed go and it looked like it was live, but now it's definitely live. So thank you very much for joining me. Welcome. I am Beth Stallwood and I am the founder of Create WorkJoy. And I wanted to pop on here, and I've done it once already, so who knows what I'm going to say this time. I wanted to pop on here and say welcome to WorkJoy, to tell you a bit more about our WorkJoy Way program and how it came about and what you can do if you want to take part. So thank you for joining me later. One thing that's really interesting now is that, Ellen, I can see you on my screen.
Why?
I don't know, but I can see you having some kind of snacks. So welcome. I don't know how you can come off here, but
how do I come off here?
This is the fun of working with technology when you have no idea what you're doing. So welcome, Ellen. It's lovely to see you at Gate Crashing this session. I have no idea. Here we go. I think I've removed you now, but I've not removed you, hopefully, from the whole thing. So here's the fun thing. I've already done 10-minute spiel and nobody was listening to me. We've had Ellen Gate Crashing. I love the real world of how these things work. So welcome everybody who is joining us. I can see that we've got some eyeballs on us. So thank you very much for bearing with my technically enable stupidity. I'm better at coaching than I am at technology. You'll be glad to know. So I am founder of Create WorkJoy, and I have been working with people, with organizations, with individuals as a facilitator, a coach for more than 15 years now. And I really noticed over those 15 years some patterns of stuff that was happening in organizations and with the hundreds of people I was coaching and the thousands of people I was working with as a facilitator, that there's something around how do we get more joy in our working lives. There's something around feeling overwhelmed. There's patterns of behavior that we have in ourselves and that organizations have. And this is really about finding a way through it. And about a year ago, as lockdown descended here in the UK, I thought about, actually, I've had this idea in my head for ages about writing a book, and I really want to do it. So I started thinking about WorkJoy as a concept, and it came together as thinking about lots of different things and some advice and guidance and research around these things, around joy, around working, around life, and how those things are so closely integrated. And when I started working on the book, I was like, actually, there's more than the book that I want to work on. I want to get this out here bigger than just people who want to sit down and read something. So I thought about it and I thought, actually, I've always really wanted to do a podcast, and what a great subject to consider doing a podcast on. So I roped in 16 amazing people, really different backgrounds and experiences, to come and talk to me. And it's basically like me having a chat with some people if you haven't listened to it yet. It's called the WorkJoy Jam. And we talk about what are some of the things that their advice around how to get more joy in your working life. There's 16 episodes. They're available right now on your favorite podcast platform, whatever that may be. So if you have a look on there, search for WorkJoy Jam, there is loads and loads of free advice and guidance from some amazing people. I treat it a bit like pick a mix. So some people are going to be the people that you really connect with. Some people you might be a bit like, yeah, they were fine. So choose the ones that really work for you and really work through it and see if you've got some advice and guidance you can take from it, some little things that you can do. And we also thought about, how do I take this bigger? So we started the social media channels, which is something that I do not understand. So if I get anything wrong on that, tell me, because I don't know what I'm doing really. But we're thinking about, how do we create this community of people who can all get involved and we can help each other through things like tough times, through things like when we're not getting much joy, we feel a bit meh about life. And then I wanted to go deeper with people as well. And this is where I really merged my ideas around WorkJoy and my career as an executive coach together and created what is called the WorkJoy Way coaching program. And you might have seen a couple of videos or seen a couple of things around this over the last week because we started launching the next cohort. It's tried and tested. We had people go through it last year, an amazing cohort of wonderful, wonderful people from all different backgrounds, different ages, different experiences, different types of working life and careers. And some of the outcomes have been fantastic. Things like some career moves, some people getting new jobs, people finding more joy in their life and not even really thinking about work, but that bigger picture of joy. And people just kind of getting real clarity on what it is that they want and how they can take action and take ownership of how they feel about their work and about their lives. Here's some basics about the program. So the next cohort is starting on the 26th of April, and there's a limited number of places because we want to keep them quite small so that we can really connect with each other. It's a 16-week program. So 16 weeks in total. And within those 16 weeks, here's what you get. You get 3 one-to-one coaching sessions with me. And those coaching sessions can be based on the things that you want to focus your attention on. Some people it's about their career, some people it's about well-being, some people it's around actually just help me get out of this thing where I feel a bit stuck. Whatever it is you want to work on, that's up to you in those 3 sessions. You also get 4 group coaching sessions with our small cohort and with me as the facilitator. And in those sessions, we'll be talking about some of the things that you can work on. There'll be opportunity for amazing connection and collaboration and really building a network of connected, supported people in the WorkJoy family. And throughout the program, every other week, you will get from me a activity to go and do. I call them solo experiments. They've got guidance and templates and things that you could go and work on that might spark your interest and your focus on different areas of where you can get some work joy. And they range from things like who's in your squad, who are the people who are helping you or who could help you in the future, and what are the habits that you have, and are they helping you or hindering you get to where you want to go. Then we're in the zone of who's it for. People ask me this question, who's it for? And I say it's for anybody. I think it's for people who want to get more joy into their life. It doesn't matter what type of organisation you work in, what stage of your career you're at, what age you are, what gender you are. There is something here for everybody. And it's great to have a really diverse group of people on our cohorts because that's where you get real great inspiration in the group coaching sessions. The one caveat I have to that, and kind of it's for anybody, is you have to be prepared to do the work. You have to come to the coaching sessions, you have to come to the group sessions, you have to do some of the activities to make it work for you, because what you put in is what you will get out at the end of it. I'm also really super duper aware that coaching is something that isn't available to everybody. And I don't really like that about the thing I've chosen as my profession. It's something that can be really expensive. It's something that often is only accessed through workplaces that offer it, which often means workplaces that can afford it, etc., etc., etc. And I can't fix that problem. And I can't make the entire program free. But what I can do is on every cohort from this one and into the future, I will be offering at least one fully paid scholarship place for somebody who applies and is selected to be our scholarship person. If you are interested, or if any of your friends or family or colleagues are interested in applying for that scholarship, all you need to do is to send me an application. And that can be like a 1-page written document. It could be something visual if you're into that world. It could be a video. And all I want you to do in that document is to tell me a bit about you and to tell me what you would get out, what you think the impact would be of this program on you as an individual. So I'm really excited to do that. I feel really great about it, and I'm looking forward to seeing those applications. And we're going to assess them with a small group of people who have been through the WorkJoy Way program. So it won't just be me making the decision. There'll be a little committee, oh, I hate that word, a little group of people finding a way to make that happen. If you want to find out more about the program, it's all on our website, which is createworkjoy.com. You can email us, hello@createworkjoy.com, and you can also do that and book in a call with me directly so we can talk about it. You can dig a bit deeper and find out a bit more. So I've now been saying the same thing twice for like 20 minutes. And what I would love to know from you, anyone who is watching live, is what questions do you have? And I'm hoping there's a really obvious question. Andy's got a question here. How can we help share the scholarship opportunity? Thanks, Andy, for that great question. What you can do is if you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, we are on those 4 things. You will see there that there's a video of me talking about the opportunity. If you want to, and we would love you to do this, can you, rather than just like it, you can either comment on it, which gets more people seeing it, or share it directly with your network and make a comment about it. So we would love that to make that happen. So yes, please share on social. And also, if you know anybody, just put them in touch with our website or send them towards me. That would be fantastic. So thank you, Andy, for that question. I'm just looking for the other ones that we've got here. We've got how many people are there on each cohort. So there is always a maximum number, and the maximum number is 12. That's to allow for that really lovely connection with everybody together, to be able to kind of have some small groups, some interaction. So never any more than 12, and on a minimum number, never any less than 6, because we still need that connection and collaboration with people. So between 6 and 12. Thank you very much for those questions. Ellen is saying, mine isn't a question, but just to say that the podcasts I've listened to are amazing. Thanks, Ellen. And thank you for being my co-host as you joined in the session today. I'm looking at what other questions are coming through. Let me have a look here. People are saying, nice to meet you, Ellen, and your like moment of fame. Loving that. Apparently you requested to join. Did I press a button? Yeah. Really good there. What can we expect after the course? Oh, Andy, you are on it with the questions today. So after the course, you can expect staying in contact with me. So I am a person who gets really invested in everybody, and you will definitely keep in contact with me, and we will have more conversations. You will also, for free, you get a lifetime membership to a new thing that I'm building, which is around a community and a membership around WorkJoy. And this will be, you'll join all the other people who have been part of the WorkJoy programs, who have been part of the podcast and are part of the bigger community around WorkJoy. And in that group, I kind of call it the alumni at the moment. I'm looking for a fancier name, so if anyone comes up with one, let me know. But the alumni of people, that community of people, we will be doing 4 events per year. And it will all be focused around joy, obviously. And within that group, those events, we will have speakers, we will be having conversations, and you'll have a chance to network. Mindful Ginger Nut, Becky, are the one-to-ones and group sessions during the daytime or in the evening? The one-to-ones are just based around where we can make our calendars sync up, so they can be daytime, evening, and if you really want to, we can do something at the weekend if you want to. Most people don't, because they want to be having weekend joy rather than work joy, but that's up to you. The group sessions are always on a Wednesday evening. We found that Wednesdays seem to be the best day for people to be able to find it. They usually are in that kind of 5:30 till 7 slot, so after most people finish work and kind of before you're enjoying your evening. I would love to know, are there any more questions? I'm going to give you a few minutes while I take a sip of water. Let me just check I haven't missed any. So sharing, we've talked about expecting after the course, and we've talked about different sessions. So other than the course, how can we help others understand what WorkJoy is? So point them in the direction of our social media, because we're talking a lot about what it is. Point them in the direction of the podcast, because we've got such a broad concept, and I don't ever want to kind of really narrowing it down just to one version of WorkJoy. It's around what are the different things, because WorkJoy is one of those things, it's dependent on you, on your style, on your preferences, on your personality, on your upbringing, a million different things. So it's about finding what works for you. So lots of different experiences. So podcast, onto the social media, onto our website to find out more and get people involved. Thanks, Andy, for that. Are we doing a network event for those that have been involved? Yes, we have one, in fact, next week for the people who've been involved already. And the networking events will happen as part of the membership group where we have the events. We will do keynote speakers, we'll talk about it, we'll do some conversations, and then we will have networking as part of that. And to make it really accessible, like across the world, hopefully, and definitely across the UK. We will be doing those events online. We'll be doing the whole thing online so that everyone can get involved. Thanks, Ellen, for that question. I'm so grateful for everyone who has joined us today. Thank you, Ellen, for joining in and getting so fully involved in my little live. Again, I apologise for the late start. I actually did start on time in my head. I just hadn't started the technology properly and was talking to absolutely nobody. But it's been lovely to talk to you all today. I think we can put this version up online for anyone who hasn't been able to see it. But please do get interested. If you're even slightly interested, have a conversation with me. One thing I always promise is that if this program isn't right for you, if the WorkJoy Way isn't the thing that you need, I will tell you, because I don't want you coming on it and not getting the great benefit from it. What I will also do is I have lots of people in my network who do different types of programs, and I might recommend you to some of those because it might be that something else would be better for you right now. So you can book in a conversation with me. We can have a chat about it, a really kind of non-committal one. Just tell me a little bit more about you and what you're looking for. And yeah, I'd just love to hear from you. And I would love to hear from people who are wanting the scholarship place, because that for something for me is really close to my heart. So thank you all for joining me today. It's been really lovely interacting with you. Thank you for all the wonderful questions and going through those. If you have any more, just drop me a line, either on one of the socials, I will come back to you, or on an email, hello@createworkjoy.com. And the website is the same, createworkjoy.com, and as are all of the different social channels. So thanks very much for listening to me today. I am really excited to get started here. Also, I've started recording the second season of the podcast, so more great inspiration to come there. Have a great rest of the day. Have a fantastic long weekend. The people in the UK who are listening, a 4-day weekend is always a load of weekend joy. So make that happen and have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye.